Hi, I just want to explain a little bit about how categorical logic creates a representation of premises. So I have a couple of premises here that I just want to map in a two-circle situation. So let's make this poodles and let's make this dogs. So what do we mean when we label a circle? We're saying in this circle is the possibility, or anything that has the property, anything that might have the property of being a dog, it's going to exist in this circle. Same thing with poodle. Anything that's going to have the property of being a poodle, it's going to exist in this circle. So in this instance, you're going to maybe even already notice that it would be weird to have something here. A poodle that's not a dog. What would that be? And on the basis of this statement here, what we're saying is if anything is going to exist as a poodle, it has to be here. It has to also be a dog. Okay, so what we do when we map a premise like this is we get rid of this stuff here. Oops. Okay, and maybe you have a poodle, and your poodle's name is Fluffy, and we're going to say Fluffy exists here. Fluffy is both a poodle and a dog. So there. Here we'll map my dog. My dog's not a poodle, so my dog is a dog, but not a poodle, right? It's important to note, I'm just going to get rid of all of that here. It's important to note with statements like all, that these terms have to be respected in the order that they're presented. So you couldn't flip these terms. You couldn't flip them. Let's see here. Because it would be really weird to say all, get rid of all the things in the world that are dogs and say the only dogs in the world are poodles. That would be wrong, right? However, when we have, sorry about that, when we have a sum statement, okay, and we have D's and P's here, if I say to you there's some dog that's a poodle, there's no problem. I'm also saying there's some poodle that's a dog. So I'm saying it exists. So it works in reverse on a sum statement. Okay. It also works, while we're thinking about it, it also works in reverse on a no statement. So if I were to say to you, no poodles are dogs. So let's say we're redoing canine classification, and for some reason poodles get kicked out of the category of being a dog. What we would do is we would take this intersection between the two of them and we would get rid of it. We would say that there's no possible overlap between dogness and poodleness, right? And this also works in reverse. So when I say to you no PRD, it's the same thing as saying no DRP. So what we're saying is in this intersection, nobody is allowed to exist when we say no. Of course, this statement is false, right? We just know that about the world. This statement is true as long as there are poodles in the world, which we would have to check and verify, but it seems like there are poodles. Then this one is also true, right? So that's just a sort of beginner on how to map some, all, and no statements, and then also the fact that some and no, their terms can be reversed, but an all statement, it's not the case.